Hey there, Rebecca here, coming to you from the up north. This is the regular Monday Magic Intuitive Energy reading with a special background. We're in our all natural full glory here, but always coming to you every Monday with your Monday Magic Intuitive Energy reading, regardless of where we're at. So, this should be a nice and easy one. My kiddos are in the background behaving quite nicely for us, but hopefully you'll be able to hear because we don't have the usual lighting or sound or recording equipment. So let's jump right in. How was this last week for you? I absolutely loved the Pisces full moon. It was gorgeous. It was amazing. It was soft and easy and healing and restorative, which was a welcome surprise. There were so many astrologers that were predicting difficulty and a hairy scene that really never materialized, which was awesome. I want to give credit to Adam Ellenboss. He is an amazing astrologer. He called this. He knew or attempted to predict that this would be a very restorative and healing full moon, and it was. So I just wanted to give him some credit because it was surprising to have Saturn involved like it was and still have such a soft and easy time of it. So I mean, it was yummy, delicious energy. It was the kind of energy you just want to bottle up and bring with you for and drinking later. It was very nice. So I know that some were activated. Others felt the soft restorative effects later, a couple of days afterwards. And so it really just depends on who you are and how you were aspected astrologically, but overarchingly, the energy was pretty soft and easy, which was nice. I felt the spaciousness, the lift in energy and intensity over the entire week. Things just got easier and easier every day, and things moved themselves out of the way. And so the typical energy required to sustain the intensity that we have been dealing with was not as prevalent this past week. So that was super nice. The pressure eased off. I use the terms yummy and delicious, want to bottle it up. So just to reiterate that. I have noticed quite a few people are still experiencing sort of that breakdown to breakthrough type of energy. They are awakening to the wounds that have been holding them back, to the nervous system, to the blocks that keep you from your purpose, keep you from breaking out of the matrix. And that's an amazing thing. Sometimes it can seem a little scary to have that breakdown. But if we remember we break down so that we can break through, that reminds us that the ease, the softness, the healing, the restoration is available to us, especially over this course of this past week and in this moment now today. It kind of feels like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think we're near the end of the tunnel. I don't know that the end of the tunnel will ever come, but it has that feeling where we're seeing light, we're seeing hope, we're seeing relief. And so really just revel in this moment if that's what you're experiencing. Remember that there's always going to be peaks and valleys, there's always going to be ups and downs, and that's okay. These moments are here to help us regain our strength so that when we go into the next challenge, we have the energy and the stamina to do so. We have the resiliency. We have the distress tolerance that we need to be able to navigate the challenges that inevitably will come. It's also something that came through was this restorative moment is helping us ground into the possibilities. So when we ground into those possibilities, we carry that foundation with us, and it's available to us in the future when we know that we're dealing with an intense moment or we're navigating some challenges. We have grounded into the possibilities. We know that that's available to us, and once you calibrate to that energy, once you have aligned to that frequency, you know it's there, you know how to find it, you know the flavor of it, you know the feel of it, you know what to sort of look for, energetically look for when you're realigning in those intense moments to the possibility of something similar to this energy. And it's always available to us. It's just a matter of our calibration and our being able to tap into that. There is an ever unfolding of potential for bliss. And that, of course, was another phrase that was gifted to me today. And I want to repeat that: the ever unfolding potential for bliss. Again, that's our recalibration. That's our ability to tap back into that and find that, knowing that it's there in any moment, in every moment, and having grounded into it here and now, making it more accessible to us. We want to step out of thought to be able to access it. Remember that the veil is illusion, is the perspective of the mind, the thoughts that keep us separate from all that is, right? It is our thoughts, it is our perception, and it's interesting because we have said historically that it's the thoughts that we choose or don't choose, but oftentimes thought can feel out of control. Thoughts can come without our choosing them. And so it is the stepping out of thought altogether that allows us to really access the potential, the bliss, the restorative possibilities that are available to us at all times. So stepping out of thought helps us access what we are grounding into here today. We want to remember to see the divinity all around us and feel into oneness. Remembering, obviously, all is one. We know that, but are we embodying that sensation of oneness, that knowing, full body knowing that we are divine and everything around us is divine, even those situations that you would say should or shouldn't be, or things that are good or bad, right? We're labeling again through the thinker those thoughts that create our suffering, that they are not good, or someone is not awake, right? That they are not spiritual, right? We are labeling in essence good and bad, and so we want to step out of that so that we can remember that everything is divine always, and that we are all one, we are all in this together, and so we have again the potential to tap into those possibilities at all times. Right, so the observer is all allowing. So we want to separate the thinker from the observer. There, put some space between the thought and the part of you that sees the thought, that recognizes the thought before we assign meaning. Right, that is again what separates us. That is the creation of the veil. Right, that is the creation of the separation. Is that thought that is not necessarily supportive, that we assign meaning to, we attach emotion to or create emotion from, and forget that we are the observer of the thought, that we are not actually the thought. So I'm getting a little bit complex here, so we're going to kind of pull back out. But just remember, no resistance, only flow. Right? So the observer is all allowing means that there is no resistance. It just is, right? The I am just is, and that is the observer. That is consciousness, and that is the place where we feel the oneness. That is the place where we remember the divinity without even trying. It's effortless. When you are embodying the observer, you no longer suffer because you're not identifying with the thinker anymore. Right? So we want to align to the rhythm of nature. The rhythm of nature, which is available to us here in this moment, remembering that we want to settle into homeostasis, right? Aligning with the rhythm of nature and settling into homeostasis means effortlessness, that it is already there, it is already available to us, just like this energy is reminding us of today. Right? So let life carry you, because it's going to carry you either way. And I often get the visual of someone who is struggling in the water, right? Perfect visual for this, right? Trying to swim. I can't swim, fighting the water, which as we know is futile, that you actually end up drowning when you are fighting the water. We want to move over onto our backs and back float. Flow through life. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, life is but a dream. Unless you're trying to struggle up the stream, in which case you will be suffering. And this is directly connected to our thoughts and the battle or the fight, the futile fight that we tend to get into through our thoughts, when we could just detach and become the observer and step out of suffering and let life carry us, because it's going to carry us either way. So sorry about that. I don't know how to turn those off. Yeah, so if you're seeing red, if you're struggling, if you're the ones that are activated, we really want to lean into the body. We want to learn to work with the body, learn to navigate this beautiful sports car, fancy mechanism that is our body, that is a bit complex. Nobody gave us the rules of how to play the game called life, so it's up to us to learn how to do that. And what that means is learning to work with the body, learning to work with the nervous system, understanding, like seeing red is kind of the term I use when I'm activated, right? When I'm in that fight or flight response, when I am dysregulated, when I'm triggered, right? So all of those words can kind of recap or point to what it means to see red or to be dysregulated, right? So when you feel that dysregulation, you're out of homeostasis, you're not flowing with life, you're fighting up the stream, right? That's when we need to learn to work with the body. We first need to heal through somatic healing therapies like trauma spotting that I do, to heal the wounds, heal the traumas, heal the blocks, calm the nervous system, reprogram the subconscious so that we then can step out of thought and become the observer. And if you're still triggered, if you're still in your trauma, if you're still unhealed, you're going to struggle to become the observer because you have that monkey mind that is perpetuated by the neurological changes that happen through trauma, because of trauma. So if you're still seeing red, if you're one of those ones that are activated, you want to lean into the body, learn to work with the body, learn how to play the game called life and drive your fancy sports car, right? Remembering that normal is a myth. I am in the early stages of reading the book by Gabor Mate, The Myth of Normal. Phenomenal book. If you have any interest in trauma, I promise you, even though it's 500 pages, it is amazing. I cannot put it down. So just remember, normal is a myth. There is no normal. You are not abnormal. Your problems are normal, and there are many other people who are also experiencing similar things, fighting through the same thing globally. We are dealing with a traumatized nervous system and body because of our society, because of the way things are going. Luckily, people are waking up to that. That will not last forever, but it is up to us, right, to sweep in front of our own door and learn to clean up our internal environment so that we can become purpose-driven and light workers and be of service and be those heart-centered beings that we're designed to be, in connection with others, in collaboration, not meant to be in isolation, not meant to be a hidden seeker. Those are topics we talk about in other videos, but I feel obviously very passionate about them, so it's hard to not bring it up. So yes, normal is a myth. Find your normal. What is your normal? Remembering that if you did experience a lot of hardship in your life, your nervous system is going to fight you on that, because one of the first things that you suppressed was who you were and your purpose and what you needed. So we want to find your new normal. That's part of the healing path. You won't be able to find your purpose if you don't heal the wounds, calm the nervous system, reprogram the subconscious, and step into the observer state. I'm really condensing a lot of steps into a quick statement here, but just know that there is a path. It is possible. This is the exit strategy. This is how you get out of the matrix. If you want to know more, check out the video that I posted on Saturday on that. A wounded nervous system hides your purpose, right? So just reiterating what I just said there. There are a lot of old wounds that are coming up to be healed. I don't see that as a negative anymore. Being triggered or having those old wounds come up can seem really scary when you have been in this perpetual healing state and you feel like, really? This again? Are we still here? But once you understand how to work with the nervous system, once you have that somatic healing therapy skill, you no longer dread those moments when old wounds come up. You actually get excited about it. You're like, hey, okay, I'm ready for this. I know how to do this. Let's go in, right? You actually get excited. You're like, aha, I see another one. Let's go at it, right? So you get excited about being able to level up, right? Take it to the next level, move another block, open up to more manifestation, more abundance, more bliss, more joy, all the things, right? Yes. So in conclusion, the final note, which we've already stated but is worth stating again, is separate yourself from the thinker and become the observer. Notice there is a thinker and there is an observer. They are not unified. You are the observer. You are not the thinker. Okay. All right, I hope this message serves you. I love you all very much. I will be back in the studio tomorrow to deliver you more content throughout the week. So this was just a long Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day, by the way. Thank you to all of our relatives and community members globally who have labored so hard to bring us this ability to have moments of rest and joy and peace. So sending love, my friends. Namaste, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.